Thank you for watching, and remember to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for your support.
For the holidays. And we have our first guest on the couch. We're so excited. Greg Postel, Dr. Greg Postel is here to chat about this. And this is going to be a big deal, you know, bigger than usual for this early in the season.
This couch is so comfortable, I almost fell asleep. It's awesome. I love this. Sorry, okay. Yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, this is one of the sort of the early events, a sign that winter is coming. Yeah. And many of us looking at these maps are like, really? Winter storm watches and advisories? Let's go, because we've got them coming our way, and it's because of this lake effect snow event. At least the first of two.
Yeah, a couple we'll be tracking, and so sort of things that we have to look at is, well, what's going on with the lakes, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. So let's have a look at the winter weather advisories. Let's go to waters at the lakes.
Yeah, and when you say warm waters, you know we're talking bath water, dipping your toes into them, but when you compare it to the sort of the air mass coming in, that really makes the difference.
Yeah, let's have a look. I mean, I think we do have that to show you.
And how it's going to affect the downstream, whether it's rain or snow, right? Because if your air over the lakes is the same as the water temperature, you're not going to get snow right there.
And ARF is key because right along the immediate shore, a lot of those areas may not see much at all in terms of the snow.
I think you're right. I mean, the snowfall accumulation maps show that, right?
Is that the lakes are frozen, right?
Exactly.
The lakes are frozen. But with the lakes so warm this year, is that going to hold back when we get some ice on the lakes?
Yeah, so these are really
They might like that, right?
I think so. I know some in Western New York State who are digging this
over the holiday.
But here's, by the way, last graphic I want to show you. There's the next one coming in, guys.
We have another topic.
You're gonna have to wake me up later.
We want to bring up, I know, the atmospheric river that we've been talking about in the Northwest here. It's slow to a trickle for the moment, but the roaring waves out there.
Yeah, the Pacific Ocean a bit farther south, maybe a bit more moisture to deal with here in Florida.
You know, it's not even the front itself. It's that we have this little disturbance coming in the Gulf of Mexico. We've got more moisture coming in, and it's going to rain pretty heavily in parts of South Florida. The front itself does exacerbate that, and that comes in, and anyone that just has the front, like Tampa, might not get the worst of the weather. It's farther south, like in Fort Lauderdale or Miami, West Palm. You guys are going to get into some heavier rain. So here comes that front, but you see this batch of moisture down here and this little disturbance coming on in. So that's what's going to help us be on the rainier side. Rain could be heavy. We could be dealing with some urban flooding, just poor drainage areas kind of situation when those rainfall rates come in. Look at all that moisture, the greens popping on the water vapor. So that's what's coming into South Florida. More than you would typically see in Florida, actually, for the amount of water vapor in the atmosphere. It's already raining in Fort Myers, Naples. Look at Florida Keys, Key West, already showers and storms out there. Today is going to be a pretty wet day all across South Florida, including the Florida Keys. And you can see how the rain is already starting to move in. You know, the bigger batch of moisture probably gets as far north as maybe Tampa. But north of that, it's, you know, relatively just spotty showers. So you focus on South Florida for the bulk of the activity today. We've got Palm Beach in there, Juno Beach, Vero Beach, all the beaches. And, you know, you might be getting an early start on that Thanksgiving holiday, or you might just be trying to, you know, get some things done before all your family comes to town, right? You are going to keep the showers going through today. It does linger along the East Coast as we get into tomorrow. It does look better, though, for the weekend. So that's the positive side of things. It'll be adding up 2 to 3 inches, maybe 3 to 5 in a few local areas. South Florida, the area that will see the most rain, Alex.
Indeed.
But
it's a rivalry
game. A rivalry game. All right. Yeah. I mean, that's my style, right? I love apples. Are they? I guess it's actually sports teams. But if you're putting like the Honeycrisp up against, I don't know, the Gala, well, that's a sport. All right. Let's look at what's happening here in the East. Your sport in the wintertime is often involving snow, and we are going to get some because of this thing, this big low pressure system that's going to swirl over the Great Lakes. Right now, we do have our front that's crossing through. And so the front itself is bringing rain. And we see the rain showers out there across western New York, western Pennsylvania, Ohio, and down into West Virginia and Kentucky. But behind it, we've got the colder air. And so that's where we're getting some snow showers swirling around. And the spots that'll be a bit more productive, it's going to be once we involve the Great Lakes and get into some of that lake effect snow. So a couple of snow showers out there, you know, not anything terribly heavy right now across southeast Minnesota or southern Wisconsin, but still something to watch because, you know, we do know this time of year, even a light dusting of snow, if it does accumulate on surfaces that you're walking on, right? Think about front steps or maybe your driveway. If it sticks, it's going to be slippery. Snow is slippery. And that's what we have coming on down right here across southern parts of Wisconsin. Now, we'll get the lakes more involved, though, later today and into into tonight, and that's, I think, going to be a bigger travel issue because we'll have, you know, the potential for some snow bands, the potential for lowering visibility, and that's going to be a factor in northern parts of lower Michigan. Look up here from Traverse City all the way down through Holland, Michigan, and then eventually into the overnight. Let's look downwind of Lake Erie and Lake Ontario. This front, though, itself is a rainmaker in the northeast, also in the south, Alex.
Some clouds that'll be overhead, but some peaks here and there, so hopefully you can get that in. If not, they're also going to have that night hikes that you can enjoy as well.
But I don't think they're planning to go like to 4 a.m. So you might have to extend your own trip. It planned for colder though. The front is through. Temps are colder. We've lost about 20 to nearly 30 degrees up there across parts of the Midwest.
Yeah, that is a bit of a shock to the system, and you're still on the warmer side farther east right now. 21 degrees on the warmer side here for you in a spot like Syracuse compared to where you were yesterday at this time. So yeah, big differences continue to take shape, although that area of the warmer is shrinking, continuing to
shrink. I know. As that front gets closer to the coast, these days make me worried because, you know, I know in Atlanta, our warm days are shrinking. Today you start in the 50s, though, upper 50s. Look at Raleigh, 59. Savannah, you're in the 60s. That's all out ahead of the front. Behind it, you've got more typical air for November, a little below average, but not far.
Yeah. All right, so here we go, watching the front. Again, that will continue to work its way on off towards the east. By the time we get into the weekend, again, a lot of the areas in the east that are on the milder side, you will also cool down. So be ready for that. But look what happens here, Jen. On the backside of this high, those numbers get the chance to climb right back up in the middle.
That's right. So, you know, we go back to temperatures not just at average, but above average and back to some warm times again right across parts of the southern plains getting into the weekend. So look how quickly your temperatures actually rebound there. Watch that. I mean, yes, we're a little coolish in the southern plains this morning, but we'll have a nice afternoon. Temps are going to be in the 60s.
By this evening, upper 40s for you around Birmingham. So certainly noticing a much cooler time there for you. By the time you move into your Friday morning, and now we're talking a lot of the deep south, watching those temps dropping down into the 30s.
Oh, boy, we got that chilly wind out there coming into the overnight tonight. Charlotte, for us, today's our last day with the warmth. Then we cool down. 76 degrees today, partly cloudy, beautiful. Enjoy.